Through. So we got the film Colorful Stage, the movie A Miku Who Can't Sing is an anime drama movie with musical elements releasing in theaters just in time for the Easter weekend, so literally like 4 or 5 days, which is bizarre if you really ask me. It's based on a hot mobile video game, which I didn't know about. It had to take the movie to be released in theaters for me to even know that there's a mobile game existed. I thought it was like a anime Crunchyroll series that you would get. We follow a schoolgirl named Ichika who lives in Shibuya, who is in a band with their teammates in high school when she encounters a virtual singer, which I thought it was an AI in the beginning, known as Miku. Miku wants to connect with billions of people that are going through a difficult time, or basically they're working on their dream or goals, but they're on the verge of giving up. Basically a breakthrough that they're passionate, but are on the verge of like stopping right there entirely. Will Miku and the help of Ichika and her bandmates and various other members that we'll talk about in a bit be able to send her music out into the world? Or will she falter, never to be heard out from again and consumed by eternal darkness and people's despairs? Find out as we talk about it. Here's how I'm going to start this review. I bought my tickets like I do every week, watching the movies in theaters for the newest releases. I never watch trailers that I see the movies that I'm going to go because I want the first experience to be amazing. However, if on Instagram, because I'm subscribed to a lot of movie news, if there's still images, I will look at that. However, I feel like for this movie, it would have helped to do a little bit of digging, like researching, but I'm thankful for the experience in multiple ways, which I'll explain. The anime, especially on the big screen, just like with other movies in this genre, you really see the colors vibrant and pop, but also how they use the artistic style they use in terms of the graphics, the animation, the characters, the movement, and also the cinematography, which are the lighting and the models. They really look top tier. As I said in my quick out of theater reactions, they're up there in terms of your solo levelings, your Demon Slayer, your Jujutsu Kaisen, and of course Sword Art Online's. It really looks up there in terms of style and quality. Like, it's amazing to look at, especially like there's a scene in the beginning where she's singing to people and it's nighttime and it's Japan. There's like bustling and rumbling of the cars, but also the neon street lights. I'm like, dude, this looks beautiful. Chef's kiss. Mwah. So we follow Ichika, and then Saki comes into the mix. And I don't know about your theater, but my theater had a small clap or appraisal. Basically, Saki is the one with yellow hair and like highlights in the bottom, which she rightfully deserves that because after playing the game, which spoiler alert, I have played the game a little bit, she does deserve, the small praise. People were clapping and stuff, but whatever. And also in the beginning, with her two other friends, Honami and Shihu. Now keep in mind, the movie has way more other characters that we'll discuss a little bit in detail in a bit, but this is the foreground that I do want to like base my thesis on or my review on, since they're the first team we meet, but also the movie ends with them. So stay through line all the way through the storyline. It's a nice, heartfelt story about friendship whose bonds tie in music and creativity, but also building each other up in terms of helping each other grow and also helping the community as well. In terms of the acting and the music and the composition of these characters, they're trying to get Miku's song out there in terms of the people that are struggling, because basically Miku is trying to talk to these people, and the music melody that she starts is amazing. She's like Kito somehow, and it's amazing how the movie starts with that song. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit repetitive, but you don't get the full song until the end. But basically, she can't even connect with these guys. Sometimes the movie cuts to this guy doing manga that it looks like he's about to make it big, or a kid giving up on boxing, or some girl that's going through her schoolwork that they're trying to make breakthroughs in life. They're trying to reach their goals. They're trying to reach their dreams. We see one time a woman going through a sculpture. She's trying to make it, but she breaks it in half. So it's cool because these people are going through a difficult time. And basically what I got from the movie is that this song will propel them to pass their dreams, to pass their goals, to shatter their limits in terms of what they're going through in terms of daily life. It's basically like a nitrous when you're at the racing line, nitrous, and then you win the race. Fast and the Furious reference. I couldn't help to feel lost in their friendship dynamic. This movie, yes, it is a standalone movie, but don't get me wrong. I guess in the community, they would say you would have to do a lot of prerequisites or a lot of homework. It just feels like I have missed an entire multiple seasons of anime that I would watch on Crunchyroll that showed up for the theaters. I'm like, here you go, here's the story, which is bizarre, When the movie ended, when the credits were rolling, I was doing research right there in the theaters, like on my phone, like writing in my notes. I'm like, how many seasons did I have to watch in order to get caught up with this? Because keep in mind, I didn't know anything about the source material. And what I come to find out that there is no seasons. I thought there were seasons on Crunchyroll or something, right? But little did I know that it's based on the hot mobile video game. As soon as I heard that, my eyes rolled, I huffed and puffed. Like, I was just like, ah, like I'm not gonna lie to you, I felt disgusted that it was based on a hot mobile video game. I'm like, I can't believe Because I fell in love with the movie, but knowing that it was based on the mobile video game, keep in mind, I felt disgusted and I could not believe that I was gonna downgrade myself to play a mobile game. That's how I felt, and that's how I'm being honest with you. On the drive home, it's Saturday, by the way, so it took my priority spot because it's anime. I'm driving home, I'm listening to house music. I'm like, I can't believe that I might have to download the game to get caught up with the story. I eventually did download the game, and spoiler alert, I'm loving it. For real, I am. I'm playing the game. Freaking plane. I'm sorry about that. There's a plane and it's just freaking annoying where I live. Okay, so before we talk about the game and one of the negatives of the film, we have to talk about two big words that if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It's called, one of the big words, it's sekai. Sekai. I'm probably not pronouncing these names right, so I do apologize. Sekai. What I got from the game was a place born from feelings of you and your friends, basically an alternate world / dimension that you can hang out, which is pretty awesome because there's different one of them for every single bandmate. And also songs. Songs are, in the video game, crystallization of feelings. This is the most elegant, simplistic way to describe song, and I wholeheartedly agree. I think that's amazing. I listen to primarily house music, but honest truth, I listen to everything, and this is beautiful. These two words, this will help you in terms of the review and watching the movie. One of the big negatives of the movie is that there's so much prerequisites, homework that you need to do in order to understand the story. In other words, you have to consume or play other media to get caught up with these characters and their trials and tribulations before you even watch this movie. When I was watching the movie, I knew I lost like seasons and episodes. I was like, dude, I am getting caught up with these characters in the most fast way possible. Like, I'm using my template. I'm like, all right, what do I need to know? Who's friends with who? What's going on? Because and the movie doesn't tell you. Other movies, like, and it doesn't have to do this. I get it, not every movie has to onboard new audiences. Sometimes it's a standalone storyline or side storyline, or if you know the source material, that's great. But for people like me, maybe 1 or 2 minutes could have gone a long way. If you watched Spy Family Code White, which was an amazing anime, by the way, and I have cosplayed as Lloyd Forger, and I have met all 3 of the cast members at Fan Expo in Chicago, which was amazing, by the way. And I'll put pictures on screen right now for you to see. Spy Family Code White, in less than 5 minutes, is telling you, hey, Lloyd is the husband, he is on a mission, he's the father. Great. Yor is the mother, she's an assassin, she's the mother. Anya and the dog have powers. Beautiful. In less than 5 minutes, you're caught up with the characters. This movie does not have that. So I had to watch this twice. Saturday and Sunday, sorry sinners, with Michael B. Jordan, that took your spot because I needed to watch the movie again. And by the way, it's only Japanese dub. There is no English dub, it's English subtitles, but every single movie theater in Chicago was packed. I got good seats, thank God, but still, it's like, wow, it's really a lot of buzz for this movie. To be honest, there's just so many characters, bandmates, different sekais, and guess what? Not only are there different bandmates, there are different sekais for those bandmates, and guess what? When you enter into the world of the dimension of the sekais, there's different Mikus for every single one of them, and different virtual singers, which are, their voice is kind of synthetic. I mean, it sounds cool, but it leaves you confounded and confused. I had to watch it twice. And I think I might not even have to watch it more. But it's not even in theaters, which is freaking bizarre. You know, I don't know why. I mean, hopefully they expand it, but I don't know. It's probably anticipating the hype. It's like a weird release strategy they probably do. But the more that I play the game, the more I'm loving the movie that I remember from my memories a few days ago. In this last section, I will talk about the video game because like I told you before, the more I play the game, the more I love the movie more and enhances my love for the film. So basically, I have done, and I'll show you a picture on the screen right now, but I need to look at it. I have done Leo/Need main story, and I finished episode 20. So that's where I'm at in terms of that group because that's where Ichika and Honami and Saki are. And slight spoilers, did you know that in the game, in the first hour, they're not friends? I didn't know that. That's crazy. And the second time, I'm playing a different story. I'm playing Night Court at 25 because when I saw that in the movie, I'm like, I thought they were the same group, but I was like, no, but they're a different group of characters with different sekai and different Miku and different virtual singers. I thought this group was the most like cool because it's like Night Court. Oh, it's like Discord. They're talking in the night. You know, they're meeting up at like 1 a.m. to do songs. I'm in the main story, episode 12, a single song. So I just got through the episode 11, the emotional scene as you would take it. I'm like, dude, because I'm playing it right now as well and I still have it as a screenshot. But I'm like, dude, I can't wait to play and also listen to the songs. So the video game is a rhythm music game. Like back in the day where you tap or you play guitar here, you know, rock band on the screen, but for a mobile phone. I never thought myself as a mobile game player. Like I told you, I have PS5 and I usually play games like Persona 5 Royal, which I have platinum by the way, Silent Hill, and The Last of Us, but still, Persona, it's amazing because I'm playing Persona 4 Golden Wrong. Don't get me wrong, playing PS5, PC, it's still going to be my thing. But I guess playing the game, honestly, like I told you before, I felt disgusted. I just can't believe I'm gonna have to sink that low to play a mobile video game. I tried it and I actually really like it. It feels like you're hanging out with friends, basically. The backgrounds are stellar and the animation is top tier, even though it is kind of static in terms of the backgrounds. It tells you where you are, if it's the middle of the day, it's the morning, it's night, if you're in somebody's room. And the characters are moving, they're like, oh, and they blink and they talk and they animate. I'm like, wow, this is amazing for a mobile video game. Now keep in mind, I have cranked the settings to the best of the graphics. But still, even though a lot of people might not find it to be fun, I like it. It's like hanging out with real friends. It's animated, it's cool. Like I told you, even though the background's a little static, the soundtrack is awesome. I love music. Music has played a big part of my life. And also playing these songs in a bite-sized version. So I'll do a little bit of the story. I'll play some of the songs. And I don't know about the monetization elements. I mean, I don't feel the need to spend money right now. Although I have seen it and I feel like, oh my god, it's colorful, it's lighting. You can customize your characters, which I don't really care about, because when you're tapping away, there are dancers in the background. I'm like, dude, that's amazing. Just adds a little bit of nuance towards the game, And when I'm playing the game, yes, I will probably spend a little bit of money just to support the developers, the animation, the voice acting. Maybe we get an English dub later in the day, but also supporting things like this. I pay $70 for a PS5 game, Last of Us, Persona. Of course, I'm gonna give them a little bit of money. I don't care about customizing my character because they're just in the background dancing. I mean, I haven't done all the features yet. Like I told you before, I just do the story and then the songs. But still, it is Comic-Con season. It is anime season. I just went to C2E2 in Chicago a few weeks ago. I'm planning to go to Anime Central, which I have my ticket. But still, I don't know how the game will keep me for the long haul. I don't know. It's because it's the hype of the movie. It's the hype of the game. Contribute with the movie. So I don't know how long it will hold my attention. But you know what I'll do? And please subscribe for this. When the movie comes out in streaming, if I have far enough in the game, like if I have contribute my love for the game and I have played the game, I've done a lot of the storylines and finished more of the music and play most of the game because I'm taking my time with it, I will do a Miku the movie revisited. So please subscribe for that. I am thankful for the movie because it's a gateway to the game, in the mobile game, and it leaves someone like me that felt disgusted. I can't believe I had to sink that low to play a mobile video game because I'm looking at top tier graphics on computers or PS5s. It has changed my outlook, and I'm being very honest with you. I don't mean to be rude, but that's just how I looked at it. Mobile gaming, who wants to do that? Like, oh, you're a tough gamer, you play Call of Duty on Call of Duty, on PS5 and stuff, or a computer. Who's a mobile gamer? You're not a real gamer, all that, alpha energy coming out. I feel like the concert at the latter half of the movie is literally worth the price of admission. If you're watching a K-pop concert in real life, it's like watching that but animation. The camera weaves in and out and zooms in and also flips. It's literally being like in the crowd, and they have the glow sticks too. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. The only thing that's downside, it's a lot for people like me to get into. If you haven't played the game, it is a lot. It's a lot of prerequisites, a lot of pre-homework, it's a lot of confusions, like, oh my god, are they related to this character? What's this Sakai different from this Sakai? I'm giving this a B-, and to be honest with you, it's already contender for best movie of the year. When I go to my notes when I'm like watching movies now, I used to just look back in the year, but I feel like I forget. So now every time the year starts, I always put the best top 10 movies of the year that will make it. And if another movie I feel like is better, then I try to take recency bias out of it and knock it down. But this is definitely, if I don't care about the connections, I know a lot of people who have played the video game have connections to these storylines in terms of the characters. But for someone like me that's getting in customized with this for the first time, I thought it was awesome. Keep in mind, I'm playing the game right now. If you made it this far, I really appreciate so much. Maybe consider hitting that like button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. And honestly, I'm sorry if this movie review is taking longer than usual from my past movie reviews. It's just a lot. And also we gotta talk about the game. This movie, there's just a lot to discuss, and the game is amazing as well. So we'll talk later in future installments of the revisited section. But yeah, have a great night. We'll talk. Bye.